Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Zulfi Satrio, and today I will be presenting about English Grammar Essential Materials. And this presentation covers six important grammar like simple, compound, complex, conditional, direct, and indirect speech. Let's get started. Okay, before we dive into the material, let me walk you through the topics we will cover today. First is simple sentence. The most basic sentence are structured with one subject and one predicate. Second is compound sentence, combining two independent clause using conjunction. And third is complex sentence. Complex sentence is an independent clause joined with a dependent clause. Four is conditional sentence, like if clause with four different types. And five is direct speech. Direct speech is question someone's exact word. And the last is indirect speech, reporting what someone said or using our own word. Okay, next. Our first topic is simple sentence. Okay, a simple sentence is consists of one independent clause. It has one subject and one predicate and express a complete idea. Jadi di sini kalimat simple sentence itu adalah satu klausa independen yang artinya satu subjek, satu predikat, atau bisa dibilang suatu atau satu ide yang lengkap. Jadi formulanya di sini ada the formula is subject, verb, objek atau pelengkap. Even though it's called simple, it can have more than one subject or more than one verb. Like these examples. She reads books, the dog barks loudly, Tom and Jerry are best friends. Jadi simple sentence ini merupakan satu klausa yang bukan berarti kalimatnya itu pendek. Now let's move to the second topic, yaitu is compound sentence. Okay, compound sentence is joins two or more independent clause with clause using a coordinating conjunction or a semicolon. Jadi di sini compound sentence itu adalah dua kalimat atau lebih yang dihubungkan melalui coordinating atau conjunction seperti setelah and then like that and nor but or yet and so and others. And the formula is independent clause, conjunction, and independent clause. Example like I was tired, but I finished the work. Jadi di sini ada kalimat kata penghubungnya yaitu but, tetapi. Jadi setiap klausa yang ada dalam compound sentence ini bisa berdiri sendiri sebagai kalimat penuh. Okay, next the third topic is complex sentence. So a complex sentence is contains one independent clause and one or more independent clause. Jadi di sini complex sentence merupakan satu klausa independen yang ditambahi atau lebih klausa dependen. Jadi klausa dependennya itu tidak bisa berdiri sendiri. They are connected by a subordinating conjunction such as because, although, when, while, if, since, after, before, unless, and until. Jadi agar bisa berdiri sendiri kita tambahkan kata penghubungnya yang biasanya disebut dengan subordinating conjunction seperti yang sudah saya sebutkan tadi. Okay, if and the important note, if the dependent clause common first, atau kalau klausa dependen itu ada di awal kalimat, it must be followed by comma, atau biasanya diikuti dengan koma. Like examples, this. Although it was late, she continued studying. Jadi di situ ada kalimat yang tidak bisa berdiri sendiri, yaitu she continued studying, itu tidak bisa berdiri sendiri. Jadi kita tambahkan although atau meskipun. Next, conditional sentence. The for is the force material. Okay, the for material is conditional sentence. So in here, conditional sentence is a sentence that applies condition or its a result. Jadi conditional sentence ini merupakan satu kalimat pengandaian yang menyatakan kondisi dan akibatnya. There are four main types of conditional sentence. Type 1 is general and science fact. So in here itu menyatakan fakta ilmiah atau kebenaran umum yang hampir di yang sudah diketahui oleh semua orang. And the formula is if, present, and present. Like the example, if you heat water, it boils. Jadi jika kalian mendidihkan air, itu panasnya itu 100 derajat Celcius. Bisa dikatakan mendidih jika panasnya 100 derajat Celcius. And type 1 is kemungkinan nyata yaitu atau is used when the condition is possible and likely to happen in the future. Jadi untuk memberikan kondisi yang dimana kondisi tersebut mungkin benar-benar terjadi di kedepannya. And the formula is if, present, will, plus verb 1. Like example, if it rains, we will cancel the trip. Jadi kalau hujan itu turun, maka kita bakalan meng-cancel tripnya. Okay, type 2 is unreal present or kondisi hayalan saat ini. The formula is if, past, would, plus verb 1. Jadi di sini type 2 itu memberikan sebuah kondisi yang tidak nyata atau hanya hayalan saat ini. Jadi realis itu tidak bakalan jadi kenyataan dan hanya realitanya itu berbeda. Okay, the last type is unreal past atau masa lalu yang tidak terjadi. Jadi in here type 3 is used to talk about hypothetical hypothetical situation in the past. Jadi di sini kita membicarakan penyesalan yang sudah terjadi di masa lalu dan itu tidak bisa diubah. And the formula is if past perfect would have plus verb 3. Like the example, if she had studied, she would have passed. She would have passed. Jadi artinya jika dia belajar lebih keras pada kemarin atau sebelumnya itu, maka dia bisa lulus dalam menghadapi ujian. Okay, next, the fifth topic is direct direct speech. So direct speech is when we report someone exact words enclosed in quotation marks. Jadi di sini kita menyampaikan kata-kata asli dari si pembicara dan itu diapit dengan dua tanda petik atas. Jadi tidak ada perubahan kata sama sekali. The formula is reporting verb plus petik 2 and then original words closing with petik 2 again. Okay, use question marks. Words are unchanged atau tidak berubah sama sekali and there is comma before the quote of speech. Jadi tambahkan koma juga sebelum dua petik koma. Example like here, she said, I'm going to the market. Jadi di sini dia itu berkata, jangan lupa petik duanya langsung ke kalimat utama yang telah disampaikan sama si dia. Okay, next, the last material is indirect speech. So, indirect speech in here is reports what someone said without using their exact word. No question, no quotation word, quotation marks. Jadi di sini kita langsung melaporkan ucapan orang lain dengan menggunakan kata-kata sendiri, kata-kata buatan kita sendiri. Dan itu tidak ada tanda kutip atau dua petik atas. Jadi di sini ada perubahan gramatikal, and the formula is subject was said that tadi itu plus report clause. When it's changing from direct to indirect speech, the tense must shift backward. This is called backshift. This is called backshift. Jadi perubahan tense itu disebut backshift, yang artinya tense mundur satu langkah ke belakang. Okay, and the last is summary. I hope this presentation has been helpful and has deepened your understanding of English grammar. If you have any question or anything, please feel free to ask to me. Thank you for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.